Hello guys, welcome to a brand new podcast of two Latin brothers, also known as T.L.B.P, the P for podcasts. I am Victor, joined by...
Adrian, your brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to start doing this every week.
Yes.
Hopefully. I'm not exactly sure what exactly we'll talk about, but we'll find something.
Yeah.
Depending on what we choose to talk about and stuff. But other than that, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah.
What are we going to be talking about?
What are we going to do? Well, it's the very first episode. 2019 is here.
Yes.
I believe it's a Friday when people are listening to this. I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a Friday. I believe it's
a lot has happened in 2018.
A lot has happened in 2000. It could be Friday or Thursday. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, okay. But, yeah.
How do you think 2018 went?
It was okay.
It was okay?
It was okay.
That's all? It was just okay?
It was okay.
Like nothing like
could have been better.
You could have been better? I hear that a lot. Like, it could have been better. But, I don't know. It's one of those, like, things where, you know, stuff happens throughout the year and regardless of what happens, you know, it's always like one of those, like, it was a good year, it was a bad year, and everyone's like always on like that, like leaving like, you know, the best of like whatever, and it's like, or like even on Instagram you'll see people post their best 9 pictures of like, oh, the best pictures everyone liked. It's like, look, you guys love me so much, there's 9 pictures that I can post of you guys loving me.
Yeah, but I don't know, I just think it was okay.
You just think it was okay?
I just think it was okay.
Well, like, I think it's rather funny how, like, certain, like, there are times where, like, it doesn't feel like it, like, you know, like, it just happens so fast.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, it feels
for
like...
me, it still feels like it's 2018. Like,
yeah, like, no, it feels like we went through New Year's, like, literally, like, a month ago, but it's already been, like, a whole year.
I remember last New Year's.
Right? Like, it's so bizarre how fast the years go, but that happens as you get older.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as you get older, you live a lot more, and like 1 year compared to the rest of your life isn't a lot.
Yeah, like when you're little, everything feels like it's going so slow.
Yeah, that's true.
And then as you get older, the time is, you want more time.
Yeah, well, anyway, so I think we should get back to what we're going to be doing with this. Yeah, because we like just totally sidetracked.
Yeah.
Totally
sidetracked. Okay,
sidetracked.
so we're going to be doing this, as we said, like once a week.
Yeah, why would we do it more than once a week?
Okay, well, once a week.
I mean, if people listen to it and they want us to do it more than once a week, I mean, maybe we can accommodate for that, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing this for once a week. We're going to, I don't know, talk about anything that really comes up.
I mean, yeah, there's also like, I'll leave like an email and like a Twitter or something. You can email us or tweet at us or
just leave us questions.
Ask us questions, leave us questions, topics you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anything, like, I mean, just don't ask us how to raise your kids because
we ain't got none.
We don't have kids, so we don't know how to do that. Also, like, he's a teenager, I'm a young adult. There's
a lot.
We're still green is what I'm getting at. Like, there's not a lot we can say about such topics.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can leave things in there if that ever, you know.
Well, like, I mean, like, one of the things is, like, when, I don't know, I hope someone responds.
Yeah.
You know, like,
just, like, leave something in the comments.
Yeah.
Send us stuff and what to talk about.
Yeah, like, I think
3 years later,
yeah.
There's still, like, only, like, 6 people.
There's like 6 people. There's 6 people listening to this. It's like they write us. There's one guy writes.
They're like our cousin.
There's just one guy who writes a really long email. It's like an essay about how like he can't believe we're doing this and how excited he is to hear from us on a week-to-week basis. Like, bro, it's the first episode. Calm down. But like, other than that, I don't think it'll be much of an issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I hope like that people will listen to it and they'll enjoy it, but other than that, I don't.
Yeah. So basically, we're open to ideas and topics.
Yeah. Ideas and topics. Like, really anything at this point. If you want us to discuss, as it says, 2 Latin brothers, we are Latino Canadians living in Canada.
Yeah.
So if, like, there's any... Really? So, really? They're cleaning the snow right now?
That is Canada.
The most Canadian thing to happen. You can probably hear that in the recording. our first episode, and you can hear the beeping in the background.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, so yeah, but like, if you want us to talk about what it's like being two Latinos in Canada, we can talk about that. I mean, we were born here and we were raised here, but that's like...
We should talk about this now.
Another episode. I mean, if the audience wants to hear that, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we also, like, depending on our, like, I don't know, we could probably talk about a video game one week, or we'll talk about, I don't know, some TV show, or we'll talk about, I don't know, some comic book or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, based on our interest and what's going on in the week, really. Yeah. I mean, like, the really big event this week was that it was New Year's.
Yeah. But,
so,
like,
I mean,
as I said,
well, like,
it was okay.
Like, you're going back to school, back to high school, which is, like, exams and stuff.
Well, that's near the end of the month.
Well, I know, but it's like, you got your projects, your big project, end of the year projects.
Summers.
You know, you guys call them summers, some people call them CPTs. And it's just, what is it?
High school, it's called a summer.
Well, like in high school anyway, but like it's a big project at the end for those who aren't in Canada who don't know what that is.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got your exams. See me, because I'm in college, new semester. Yeah. Already did my exams, new semester. It's like, I like what next week when I start, it's like entirely new classes, probably new people I've never met before.
And then I start a new semester.
Yeah. Well, that's like in February, right? It's like in February. You start in
February?
In February.
You said February.
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 Okay, so anyway, in February you start a new semester.
Yeah.
What do you hope? Do you hope like good grades? Are you aiming for good grades?
I like being average or slightly above average.
Slightly above average?
Yeah. I'm like my class average.
Oh, okay. So like, see, meanwhile, in my case, it's like, you know, it's like, it's just like one of those like things where like a lot of people, like, especially when you're in college, most people, they're like, well, a lot of people, like, when they're struggling, they're like, as long as I pass, it's okay. Because they're like, I'm not paying again to do this all over again.
Yeah, there's some people who are just like, like, because like in school, like you can rate it to like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Yeah. And there was this one time I got a level 2, and my friend's just like, you got a level 2, you're so lucky. I'm like, what did you get? He's like, I didn't even show up.
Oh, I'm just like... No, like, I remember this. There's, like, a few times where, like, because when we do exams, they're done in, like, this gym. Yeah. And, like, there's multiple classes in there with you. Yeah. So, like, they're color-coded. So, like, they're all the same class, but, like, if you're, say you're in class 1, you're, like, in section 1, because they're divided in sections. Like, there's section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each row goes like that. And there's, like, 15 rows, right? So, all the section 1s have the same exam, section 2 has the same exam, section 3, and so on. But it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the exams are color-coded. So, like, if you look over to the guy next to you, he's got a different exam. If you look to the guy next to you on the other side, the other person who's got the same exam is the person in front of you, the person behind you. Like, you're not going to get up to lean over the guy's shoulder. Yeah. It's like, it's crazy. And like, a lot of people, like, I remember this one time, I was doing this one exam, and there was like 600 questions, like multiple choice questions, and I like zoned out, and this prof, like, he walks by and snaps his fingers. He's like, and I'm like, I wake up, I'm like, yo, what's up? He's happening? No, and he's like, yo, focus on your exam, your time's right now. And I'm like, all right.
Right. Can't zone out.
Yeah.
Can't zone out.
So there's just so many questions.
Yeah. Like in my business class, my teacher has different tests all over. So like it'll be like one person has a test, and then another person has a different test, and another person has a different test. There's like 4 different tests within this one test. Yeah. So no one can copy.
Yeah. Oh, there's also like, we're also gonna be posting this through Anchor. So if you download the Anchor app, you can leave us voice messages. Yeah. If you'd like, and we can also, like, through that way, you'll also hear your stuff in the podcast if you want us to do that. Because we'll be posting through Anchor. You can also
leave your ideas.
You leave your ideas or whatever in the thing. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Yeah. I'm gonna figure it out. This is the first time trying it. We'll see.
Yeah, we're also gonna be bringing in like our own friends.
Yeah, we'll bring in a friend. Hopefully next week we'll have our first guest already.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm not sure yet. Yeah. I don't know yet. Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully we'll have our first guest. But other than that, that's what's happening.
Yeah. We'll be bringing people in. Actually, I just thought of an idea. Like, we could do like a word each day, like give a new word, like educational.
What do you want to be educational?
What could be educational? It'd be like at the end of the podcast, give you like a word of the day or something.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought of it because we were talking about school. I'm like, we could do that.
A word of the day? I mean, like,
day.
What, I don't know. That seems a little complicated. I'd have to come up with a new word every week.
That's not that hard.
What if we're like
open the dictionary and go that one?
What if we're like 100 episodes in and I give the same word I gave the first week? Do you think I'm gonna remember that?
You can listen back, or we could just like get a book
and write out all the words.
Write out all the words.
Write out like the first 1,000 words we're gonna use.
Yeah, and then be like, yeah, okay, we're done there. Or we could get a new dictionary and then cross them out each time.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I suppose I don't know yet. I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. This could all be terrible. No one's listening to this. I mean, it could go either way, right?
It could be like one listen.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how the audio quality is either, because of all the background noise and whatnot. You probably hear the air in the room. Like, there's probably a few things. Like right now, you're gonna hear the mouse click because, you can hear the mouse clicking and whatnot. I don't know how loud that is. If it's quiet, if it's loud, I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, like, depending on the level, if we sound better now, I don't actually know. I have no idea. This is a first.
There's gonna be like that one person in the comments. I can hear the air in the room.
It's like you can hear the fan, the AC going. It's like, bro, just shut off your AC. I mean, like, bro, it's so cold. It's not cold enough. It needs to be colder. This is January in Canada.
Yeah.
No, but like, I think it really depends on like how we go about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really mind, like, either way, whether we do certain parts or not.
Yeah.
I mean, if comment down if you want us to do a word of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, then if no one comments at all this week, we'll just pretend like this episode never happened.
Yeah. Like, we'll get somewhere, hopefully.
Hopefully? I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
So just silence. Just silence. You guys hear that? You see, like, quiet. That random static in the background.
Just be like,
it's like, let me turn on the heater. It's like,
that'd be kind of annoying, actually.
It's like every 15 minutes it turns on its own. It's like, there. So someone's turning on a car. It starts up as more like, that's a clutch sound. Wrong sound.
I don't know what that was.
But yeah, we're gonna try to keep these at 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
If you want them to be longer, leave it in the comments. If you don't want it to be longer, don't leave a comment. Tweet at us. Write us an email. Tell us your concerns.
Weren't we gonna make an Instagram?
No, I was gonna make an Instagram, but I never
got around to it.
I never got around to it. Our Instagram is 2, like the number 2, Latin Brothers.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the TWO because your Instagram
TWO?
Yeah, because if you put TWO, like the number, like the 2, like the word 2, because like in like our title, it's 2 Latin Brothers, as in TWO, Latin Brothers, but like I couldn't put in the word 2 because your Twitter username can't be that long. So it could be 2 Latin Brother, but I'm like, what?
2 Latin Brother.
I want it to be 2 Latin Brothers, and it's too long. I'm sorry.
Could also just put T.L.B.P. for 2.
No, that was taken away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so like, I couldn't like, it's one of those things, so like it's 2 as in the number 2 Latin Brothers. So, and then like our Gmail is 2LatinBrothers@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But that one's actually spelled like the number 2, like TWO and LatinBrothers@gmail.com. No spaces, no caps, just all together. Just all together. It'll be in the description. Yeah. Well, like it's in the description.
It's in the description. Yeah.
I mean, it's off to the side somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've gone. Like, you'd probably be at the top of the podcast or something. It's just like you can click on a link you can click on or something.
Yeah, and then leave a message.
You can email us.
Yeah.
Someone like writes us like a love poem. Your voices are so soothing.
It's like, my voice is one of the most amazing things you'll ever hear. And then somebody's just going to be in the comments, it's so soothing, I love it, can you do that again next podcast?
Next podcast. You got really quiet, though.
But I can be louder if I want to.
Okay, you know what? Forget about the weird voice thing. No, but yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. Do you have a topic you'd like us to talk about?
Right now?
Right now.
I don't have a topic.
You don't have a topic.
This is unscripted. Kind of edited.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to edit this. I mean, if there's like this weird background sound, I'm going to take that out.
Yeah, or like we have like a long pause or no one's talking.
Yeah, like if there's like a good 15 seconds of just us staring at each other.
Just like breathing.
See, that's the thing, like, we did a few test runs of this where the audio, like, the first test we did.
It was like click, 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 click.
Yeah, because I was like trying
silence.
To stabilize the audio, so that's just trash.
Yeah.
And we did a second one where the audio was a bit better, but it didn't sound like it was good and all, but it got too quiet around like random points in it. So now I have the mic to be like set to be super sensitive. The only problem is now it picks up every sound, like even when we breathe, when we exhale, when we sigh. When we take in a breath, when we swallow. That's gross. Like, it picks up all these like sounds now. So,
yeah.
But for the sake of like, you know, clear audio and like loudness and not being too quiet. Yeah. I mean, if you're having to max out your like phone volume and you still can't hear us,
whatever you're using.
Yeah, it's like super loud already on your phone.
I feel like you attach like an amp to your phone and you still can't hear it.
It's like, why can't I hear them? It's garbage quality. They got the volume, guys. Come on. Yeah, one job. One job.
Let me hear you.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, but hopefully it'll be okay.
Yeah. So, topics. Sports. Politics. Nature.
I'm not talking about politics.
Art.
I'm gonna edit that out. So y'all
just make another one.
No. Like, I mean, sports. What can we talk about? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
There's nothing really going on right now.
Watch somebody be like in the comments, there's a lot happening in sports.
The playoffs are going on. And like, I don't know what's going on in basketball. You got baseball. There's like, what was it? Hockey. There's basketball. There's.
You already said basketball.
There's
basketball. There's hockey and basketball and hockey and
rugby
and basketball. And
it's not football season anymore.
Golf. I mean,
yeah, it's not golf season either.
Yeah.
It's like there's that one guy. It's like, you guys could talk about curling.
Yeah.
You're like, right, because I want to watch some guys slide a rock across the ice. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start commentating on it.
Everybody be like bashing on it. And it's like, how could you say such
curling
terrible...
is amazing. It's so amazing.
No, I had a French teacher who should go play curling on the weekends. She's like, here's a picture of my team. And she's just like, I got a leg injury. I'm like, you got a leg injury from like kneeing down? And
she like bashed her knee into the ice. When she was sliding down, she's like,
and I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's like, I broke my knee on the ice playing curling.
It's like, it's a hell of a sport, you know? I get injured.
I had a French teacher in high school who, when I started college, worked at the college. She like followed me to the college. It was so funny. I was like, hey, and she's like, where do I know you from? Because I've been like, I think, because I stopped in grade 9, I stopped having French. I stopped taking French classes because here it's optional in Canada. For those of you who don't know, if you're not from Canada, listening to this. So when I moved to college, or when I started college, as soon as I walk in, I'm like walking, looking for my classroom, and I go around the corner, and I find like all these offices, and I walk by an office, and I look into this one that has an open door. And she's just sitting right there, and she looks at me and she's like, hey, don't I know? I'm like, aren't you my French teacher in like grade 9? Like, we had this whole moment, like, I know you from somewhere.
It's like, I know you.
It's like, but from where? And I'm like, oh, right. But we had this like really weird moment, like, so you're a college professor now? And she's just like, I do part-time. I'm like, and you have an office here? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like,
well, you gotta give the teacher a workspace, yeah.
Well, like, not all. That's the thing. When you're in college, not all part-time teachers get an office. But like most,
you get your home.
I know. There's a prof I had last semester where she doesn't have an office, and when you call her, it's straight to her cell number, and it's like
a redirecting.
No, it's like it's super annoying because like you want to like set up to meet with her, and it's like she has to like schedule to book like an office, like within the college, because there's also offices you can book and stuff. So like, because people come and like they interview you, and they can interview you in the, like special office or whatever, so that you can book an office. But part-time profs will also book those offices so they can meet with students, and it's like. It's just like a whole thing, and it's like, and sometimes like there's the one person you need to talk to about something, and they're never there. It's like, it's hard.
I feel like we got pretty quiet actually.
Yeah. I mean, I started ranting a bit about my college. Just like forgot my brain slipping. It's slipping.
And it got pretty quiet actually. We might sound a little bit distant now that I'm thinking about it, because you can kind of like, since we have our whole setup here. We are wearing earphones and we can kind of hear ourselves. Yeah. It might be a little distant.
What do you mean distant?
I don't know. Like it sounds like maybe we're far away.
Or like an echo?
Yeah.
You hear an echo?
A slight, I don't know.
Like a slight echo?
Like a very ever so slightly.
Yeah. Like a reverb?
Kind of.
So we got reverb on our voices is what you're saying?
Kind of.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. I mean...
I don't know.
I think it's fine.
Whatever. We'll fix it.
I mean... This is the first episode.
Watch somebody be like, "Who's this? What's this crazy kid talking about?"
Watch the second episode be like premium audio. Yeah. First episode, complete trash. I want you to go complete trash. The audio's garbage. I can't hear a thing. Who knows what they're even saying? They said something to us.
It's like all we hear is and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Right, it's like thank you for watching, because everyone's watching us.
You can see us, right? Just joking.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, do you see these motions I am doing with my arms at this moment?
Everyone's that's like the problem. You'll be like, just start describing something. Be like, so like, say this is where it's at, and then right below it,
it'll be like, everybody in the comments will be like, so what are you showing us?
Like, we can't see it. We can only hear it. It's like sometimes you forget about that.
Yeah, it's just like we're talking, we're showing stuff, and it's like, can't really see that now, can we?
Okay, can you put that over there? Because every time you touch it, it like makes a sound.
Fine.
Stop moving. Pretend you move like it rattles. The mic. Okay. Anyway. No, but yeah, like that's what it's like. I mean, like, I'm sure we'll have like plenty of stories to tell from like our day-to-day like schooling or whatever.
Like something crazy happened on the bus the other day.
Yeah, it's like this crazy lady on the bus. Yeah. There's been a few times where like there are like some people, they're just crazy. Like you know, Canada's like known as that nice country, but we still got crazy people here. So I was like, we're nice. We don't get mad that easy.
Watch like some person be like, "That's not crazy." Just like writes their whole story about it. Oh, well, that sounds a lot more clear now.
Yeah, right?
Whoa.
I just realized that the mic was sideways.
Oh, dang.
The whole recording. So like, it'll be fun. Oh, well.
Oh, wow. I sound amazing.
Yeah, like, I didn't realize that it was sideways. I just looked down at it and I'm like, oh.
That's why it sounds off.
Yeah, okay. Well, now it sounds a little too loud, so I'm gonna like turn down the volume a little bit here.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, there you go. Now,
that's a little bit better.
Yeah, so, sorry about that.
Maybe we're a little too quiet now.
I mean, the whole first half of the episode, there's all this clicking now. Don't say anything, alright? The whole first half of this episode is going to be like really, really odd. And then the second half is going to be like...
It's going to be like, whoa, they sound so much better now.
Yeah.
I feel like that person who doesn't want to hear us like ranting on, just like skips a little bit and it's like, whoa, their audio got better.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, we're still working out the kinks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still working out the kinks. I haven't like figured it all out yet, but hopefully by second episode, all of this will be flushed out.
Yeah, we'll get somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. You keep saying hopefully.
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. It could be complete trash.
It'd be like, what are you guys doing with yourself?
I mean, I'm trying, aren't I? Well, like, one of the things that, like, I noticed really quickly on that, like, a lot of people didn't, like, I don't know, there's something about podcasting that, like, it's a lot more personal, right? Because it's almost like someone's talking directly to you when you're listening to it, or like you're part of the conversation, right?
Yeah, I'm like watching like a video.
Yeah.
it's like they're not really talking to you. They're still doing what they're doing, like vloggers.
Yeah,
they're still doing their
See,
life.
the thing is like if you listen to a podcast and you go for a walk, it's like they're with you on your walk.
Yeah,
right.
We'll be like, so how's your day going? Just like slightly pause, and then be like, just continuing what they were saying.
But it's like no, it's almost like you're on a phone call type of thing.
Yeah,
where like you can hear someone talk and share their thoughts and opinions, and it's just
except you can't answer unless you leave a comment.
I mean, if you leave a comment or you send us an email or you tweet at us, we can comment. We will tweet back.
Yeah, we will.
We will tweet back. We will email back, or we'll talk about it on the podcast. I'll be scrolling and I'll be like, oh look. Someone tweeted at us.
Our first comment. We'll probably go crazy. First comment.
Watch. As soon as we're done this episode, I'm gonna go set up the Twitter and watch it. Just like a bunch of bots are gonna follow it. There's like a bunch of bots.
Feel like you have 1,001 bots following you. Like,
Well, no, it's not. It doesn't tell you that they're all bots, but like.
Yeah, I know. But like, it'd be funny. It'd be like 1,001 bots of just like.
Yeah.
You know,
or it'll be like our first tweet will be this episode.
it'll be like the tweet is us tweeting at ourselves.
It's like, look at this, guys. This is my actual Twitter. Follow this Twitter instead of the podcast Twitter.
Yeah. That would be
that'd be funny, actually.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's. I feel like that's it. That's all we got, really. I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about.
Well, how far are we in?
We are like 26 and a half minutes in.
26 and a half minutes.
It's like 26 minutes and 30 seconds, roughly.
We still got like halfway to go.
No,
just over half.
No, it's less than half.
Less
it's
half.
like
what do I say?
20 minutes.
I'm lost. Okay.
20 minutes of rambling.
I'm a lost boy.
I'm a lost boy. I mean, I don't know, like, because next week you start school, I start school, so.
Yeah, nothing's that crazy has happened. Like, we're on a break. We're like spending time with our family, you know.
Yeah, well, I've been off for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You've been off for like a week and a half now. As you only get 2 weeks off, I get 3.
Yeah.
The life of a college lucky. No, it's not, honestly. Like the first week is honestly like you're just trying to like recover because you're so used to waking up early. Yeah. So like the first day off, you'll wake up and it's like Monday morning. You're so used to getting up like 6 a.m. Yeah. You ought to wake up and you're like, I gotta go to school. And you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to go to school today.
Just like gets ready, eats breakfast, like gets near the door. Wait, I just did this for no reason.
No, it's more like you wake up. It's like I gotta go, and you wake up like all terrified. Oh, I'm gonna miss the bus, and then it's like and
so
you look at the calendar
in your head.
No, then you go for your phone and you look at the calendar and you're like, wait a minute, I'm on holiday break.
What am I doing?
You put your phone back and you try to go back to sleep, but you can't.
Yeah,
because all that adrenaline and all that stress that just emerged out of nowhere, and then
it came to hit you.
Yeah, and then it happens again the next day, and the next day, and then like around Thursday you start getting used to it, and you'll actually sleep to like around 9.
Yeah, and
then like by Wednesday you'll be sleeping around 9, and then by like Friday like you'll be waking up at like 12.
Yeah.
The only problem with this system is that by the time like you enter when you start school again.
Yeah.
You're going to bed super late and you're waking up super early, like super late. Like, so you're going to bed at like 3, 4 in the morning and then we're waking up at like 12 or 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The problem with this is when school starts, it starts at 8 a.m. So you're like, oh, I gotta get up at like 6 a.m. again.
Oh man.
Right? So like you're all like all your sleep cycles are like all messed up.
Yeah. Because you get into the habit.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, right. So like the habit builds up, and then you're just used to it.
Yeah, like when it's like how the hour changes, like how it's like 1 hour and then
that's annoying. Like actually, there's a few provinces in Canada that don't do that anymore.
Yeah, 'cause it's just annoying.
Yeah, they're just like we're done.
We're gonna keep it the same.
I can't handle this anymore. This whole switching of the clock, we're just gonna leave it the same.
We're just gonna leave it the same.
It's really funny because everybody else in Canada, like most people, they switch their clocks. And you go through this one province, like, oh look, and it's like, it's like 7 or whatever, and they're like, no, it's still 6 o'clock here. And you're like, what? Why? What?
It's like this confusion.
I should be in a different time zone right now. And they're like, why is it the same? I left at 6 o'clock and it's still 6 o'clock. It's like, well, it should be 7, but because we're like, we don't do that change thing. It's 6 o'clock here.
Yeah, that messes with people. The time change.
Yeah, it does a lot. Like one of the things I had a friend who I had a friend last year. She was from Vancouver or from Victoria, and she'd like on the holidays she'd fly to Victoria to go see family. Yeah. So that would end up being like I never actually asked her about the jet lag, if like she had jet lag, because I think it's like 4 or 5 hours or something.
From Vancouver?
From here to Vancouver, yeah. Because we're in Ontario, so.
Yeah.
So like from here to there, I don't know how, it could be 4 or 5 hours, I think.
I think it's 4 hours.
I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But like, like still like that's a long time, right? Because like, if like it's 8 o'clock for them, it's like 1 to 12 at night for you.
Yeah.
Right? Depending on the time zone thing too. Like it throws you off entirely.
And like people in Europe when they fly here.
Yeah, it's like that's 6
hours. They're going
to
the past.
That's like 6 or 7 hours.
No, it's basically 6 or 7 hours going back and forth.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who do that. Though. They'll like travel over the holidays, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, why? Like,
people from Europe, if they come to Canada, it's like, yes, I gained 6 hours.
It's like I'm in the past.
Yeah.
There's like people who are like, what is it, like Australians?
Yeah.
They're always in the future.
Yeah.
For us, it's like it's really funny because like I have a friend from Australia, and it's like this whole like weird dynamic of like it's like. Something like 16 to 15 hours of like time difference. So it's like when I say goodnight, she's saying good morning, or it's like the middle of the day for her. I'm so confused. And it's like, what is it on New Year's Eve? She's like, Happy New Year's. And I'm like, well, it's still New Year's Eve. And she's like, have a good night. And then
you're just like, it's morning.
No, I'm like, my night's about to start. And she goes, what time is, and it was like 8 o'clock or like 7:30. And she's like, oh. Okay. And then she's like, I'm so confused. I have no idea what's going on.
She's like, I don't know.
And she's like, we don't talk enough. And I'm like, that's fair. It's gay. Like, I get that. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. Like, one of the things, like that's one of the things that's like, I find so interesting. Cause like, especially when you have friends around the world, like, they're living a completely different time than you are.
Yeah.
Right? Cause like, you could be waking up and they're going to bed, right? And it's like this weird, like, they're talking to you before they go to bed, but you're talking to them on your way to class, kind of thing, right? So it's like you're about to start your day, and they're ending off their day, right?
I'm sorry, I keep doing this.
Yeah, stop that. You can hear that in the audio. I just think it's interesting how that works out,
Yeah, how it's on a weird.
It's like opposite.
Yeah.
Right. It's I just find it interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anybody else does. I find it interesting. It's one of those, like, I don't know. It's
just one of those things.
Yeah, but like not just that. Like, I think that when you really think about it, like the idea of time all on its own was like
time is an illusion.
It's a man-made construction. Time isn't real. It only exists here on Earth. What is it like? I had a friend he said that he's like, guys, time is only suggestive to Earth. We're like, what? Like, because like if you try to count days on Mars, it's like completely different. They don't have 24 hours.
Yeah,
she like
they have longer days.
Yeah, or if you go like to what is it, Venus? I think it's even longer than Earth too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I can't remember. It's been like forever since I was in high school learning about this stuff.
Yeah, I learned about it last year.
It's been like 4 years now since I got out of high school.
And I'm really forgetting. Actually, we didn't even talk about that. We just talked about the planet itself. We didn't talk about like time.
No, it's like, this is Earth, and we're all like, we know. We've been on it for like
who knows how long now.
It's like, I was born here. I'm from here.
It's just like it'd be like when somebody asks you like, where are you from? Earth.
It's like, no. I mean, what country? It's like North America. It's like, no.
That's not a country.
That's a problem. That's a what is that?
Continent.
The brain, man. Just this is what happens when you go on break. You're just so out of it.
You just lose your thoughts.
Yeah, like honestly, like I just lose it.
Yeah.
No, but like it's really interesting though how that works out.
Yeah.
I mean, if you honestly, like if you really think about it, it's quite amazing.
Yeah.
How he came up with this system to know when to do something.
Yeah.
Like, we have a time to go to sleep, a time to wake up, a time to go to work. Like, it basically helped us create our schedule.
Yeah.
Based on that. Like, you know, like when you want to go meet up with some friends, you like text like, yo, man, let's meet up at like 6. You know, like, before it must have been like, yo, man, let's meet up when the sun sets. Like, how else are you gonna know?
Like, back in like a long time ago, there'd be like, I don't know, like
before the sundial.
Yeah. We'll leave at dusk.
We'll leave at dusk. It's like, that's too early, man. That's too early.
That's too early, man.
And is it like, I think it's funny how.
When is dusk, actually?
Dusk is when the sun's rising.
Oh, that's right.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you were saying.
Yeah, when the sun rises. Like, and then the sun, it's like sunrise and sunset.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it, really. We leave at dusk. I just see like a bunch of like knights in like a row, like on their horses.
We'll leave at dusk.
We'll leave at dusk. It's like that one knights. King with like his crown, and he's like, he draws his sword. We leave at dusk.
Yeah.
Or like, we leave at dawn.
Yeah. Why would you leave at dawn though?
The same thing, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
dusk just sounds better. It's just something about the word.
Just something about the word.
Just something about the word. Did you just crack your knuckle?
No, I went like this and it cracked on it. So.
Well, yeah, you say I went like this, and they kind of can't see
okay,
that.
So I made a fist and my knuckle cracked on it, so I apologize.
You gotta be descriptive.
I apologize if any of you cringed over that. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, you know, just one of those things.
Yeah. Okay.
So school next week. You start on. You start on the Monday.
Yeah, I start on the Monday. I start on the 7th, and then I have reviews. Well, no, actually, I have like my review, but also like my last units.
You're still gonna do units, and
we're still gonna do like our last unit, and then like a part of that units are like big project.
Oh, okay.
So like it's half a unit, kind of,
not really.
Not really. I don't know how to really describe that.
See, I start on Wednesday.
Yeah.
The 9th.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
I'm literally looking at a calendar, and I'm looking at the 2018 December, and I'm like, you go in on the 9th? I'm like, that's a Sunday.
Yeah, like, I think it's really rather interesting how, like...
I'm just gonna fix my calendar. Oh, no, this calendar doesn't have another little calendar. Oh, this saddens me.
This saddens you.
This saddens me.
We can hear you flipping through the calendar now.
It's just very disappointing.
Is it really?
Yes. I need a new calendar.
You need a new calendar.
If anyone wants to send me a new calendar.
I'm not going to open up a P.O. box where people start sending you stuff.
Anyways, it's not like they could see us unbox it anyways.
It was like, all they hear is like all this paper rattling.
It's just like, oh, it's this thing. And be like, I have no clue what this is. Only if you guys could see it, then you guys could know.
I mean, watch someone in the comment section request.
Be like, open a P.O. box.
No, someone in the comment section gonna be like, yo, start filming it.
Yeah, be like, you want to buy us a camera?
Be like, by all means, man, I'm gonna do it. Don't stop me. I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah. Well, technically, we could with like a cell phone.
Oh, but that's too much work.
Yeah.
Because then I have to line up the audio with the footage, and it's just like...
Yeah, it's this whole thing.
Yeah, it's this whole thing. And like, you know, it's just, I don't want to go through all these editing, and then if I edit the audio, I'm also going to have to edit the video, and vice versa. And if like something happens in the video, I need to edit out, and I need to edit the audio.
Unless you could sync both at the same time.
That'd be, like, if I could, actually, I could do that if I filmed. If I connected the mic to the camera, in one go, that way the audio would be the audio from the video, but then it wouldn't be as good as, like, I mean, it'd be okay audio, but it wouldn't be like the greatest audio. I mean, this audio isn't even that good anyway. I mean, it's okay audio, but now we're just rambling about it.
I know. How did we go from calendar, P.O. box to audio?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think this out, but it's just too complicated.
Yeah. Also, we'd need like a better suitable location instead of our room to like
Yeah.
actually film.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, next week we're gonna hopefully do it downstairs.
Yeah. Or we can go somewhere. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how
Yeah.
things work out. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet.
Also, if we have our first visitor. Yeah.
Yeah, if we have our first visitor. If we have our first visitor.
Oh, if. If.
Yeah.
I feel like we got very quiet for a little bit, actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to be a little
I'm gonna leave
louder.
that in there.
You're going to leave that in there?
Yeah, because it's us thinking.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, we're still talking though, but we're like thinking out our thought process. So
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, you
Also,
guys are learning our
I
process.
mean, no, but I mean, like, when we listen back to this, it'll be kind of funny because the first half of the podcast is just going to be very interesting audio,
Yeah.
and the second half of the podcast, like, look at that clear, crisp quality.
Yeah, it's just like that change of audio.
What happened?
It's like we got a new mic during the podcast.
Or is it? There's actually a podcast where, like, I can't remember what podcast it was I was listening to. Where, like, in the middle of the podcast, one of the mics just died. Died, and then one of their assistants left to go get a new one, and it's like an hour and a half podcast. He left, and then he came back, plugged in the new microphone, and they kept it going.
Oh man!
Like, no, but like because they have like four. Everyone has their own mic,
Yeah.
so like this one guy, he just like moved in closer to this other guy.
Yeah.
They're just sharing the mic the whole time. But I think it's funny how like. When they're like, they have this assistant, he just leaves, comes back, plugs in the new mic, and they proceed as if nothing
happened here.
And I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where else to go with this.
Yeah, you gotta have something because
darts.
I'm not talking about weird needles that people throw at like a board.
It's not even a needle. It's just a piece of like metal.
It's like a needle. Let's be real. It's like a stab thing.
A stab.
I could kill you with this dart.
What was that? You like looked away cautiously.
I was gonna grab one out of the board here because we have a dart board in our room.
Yeah.
See, I could kill you with this.
Okay, that's we're trying to keep this,
PG friendly content.
PG friendly content. No saying the K word.
That one parent, I was listening to this with my son in the car. I totally disapprove.
I totally don't approve of this. Talking about the K word.
I think it's
just unscrew it.
There must be like a lot. Yeah, there must be like a lot of like. I wonder how like parents listen to podcasts because like there are some podcasts where like people swear like crazy, like a lot of swearing. And it's like, oh man. So I want to be that guy who's different.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're going to be that different people. Like podcasts where people
you can
don't
enjoy our podcast without having to hear something like that.
No, I mean, like, if like people start listening to it and they want to, like, their kids listen to us or whatever,
Yeah.
They're not having to worry that, we're not going to go on and be like, no, beep, 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 beep. And it was like beep,
And then beep, 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 beep.
Like, I expect it to be like, also, like, if we have guests on and they start swearing, I'm gonna just be like, in the first 3 seconds of the podcast, I'd be
okay, you need to change this whole tone. Yeah.
It's like PG, man. PG. We only do PG. I mean, we'll talk about, like, adult theme topics, but, like, it won't be like...
Well, like, depending on what people suggest and things like that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, there's one guy in the comments, why don't you swear? Just swear.
It's like, swear. PG.
Comment back. We're trying to be PG, man. What part of that didn't you understand?
It's like, but why do you guys want to be PG? Because we can.
No, it's more like, that way more people can listen.
Yeah, it leaves it open for other people to listen.
Well, it opens up too, right? Like, cause like...
You sound far away now.
Sorry, okay.
Trying to put the dart back.
I put it back. Yeah, I was trying to put it back. No, like, I just think that way, you can have a broader audience. And more people will listen. Like, cause, like, say, like, like also a lot of parents don't like their kids listening to a lot of like people swearing. Yeah. So like
there's parents that like stop their children from listening to certain types of like genres of music because you just hear so much swearing.
Well, yeah, but like I mean, like it also depends on your parents too.
Yeah.
Like, that has a lot to do.
Like
with
if your parents kind of swear a lot,
Yeah, but
they won't really care that you're listening to a bunch of other people swear instead of
your all right. Parents, so
right?
Yeah, I think this is where we're gonna wrap up.
Really?
Yeah.
How far are we in?
We're basically at the time now.
Oh yeah.
So
we're very, very close now.
yes, we are.
It's literally 1 minute. I'm literally trying.
It's
to
less than a
stretch
minute.
this.
It's less than a minute now. So close it.
Okay. This was Two Latin Brothers podcast. Also known as T.L.B.P. We will be back with more podcasts.
Hopefully next week.
We'll have a new
episode.
Yeah.
So bye.
Bye.